What's up, PT kids? It's Miss Jasmine here, and I am super excited to bring your next lesson. But before we do that, you know what time it is. It's joke time. All right. All right. So here's your joke for today. What does a cloud wear under its raincoat? Hmm. I didn't even know clouds wore raincoats. But the answer is thunderwear. Boom, boom. Okay, so this week we're going to be talking about something that we carry around with us every day. It's very important, but it's really small. So, kind of start working your brain to what could that possibly be. But before we get to there, is there something that you have in your house that you're not allowed to touch? It could be something that's very useful and helpful, but it could be dangerous if you touched it or you used it wrong. Well, if you can't think of anything, I brought some examples with me from my own house. So let's see what I got in my trusty bag here. Oh, this is pretty helpful. What is this? Yeah, it's a drill. Yeah, it could be very helpful, but if you don't know how to use this thing and you don't even know what it's for, it can be very, very dangerous. So this is one example. Let's see what else I brought. Oh, I got this. What's this called? You're right. It's a hammer. It's very, very, very useful. You can hang things. These shelves behind me, I used a hammer. I think I did, or I might have used a drill. But anyway, it's very helpful. But if you use it the wrong way, if you use it like a toy, it could be very dangerous. It could hurt you or somebody else. So let's see what else I got in this bag. Oh, I use this quite a bit. So it's a little used. As you can see, I use it, as I said, I use it quite a bit. It is called a glue gun. So it heats up really hot, and then you're able to glue things together. Very hard for it to come apart. So it actually has a warning on here too. It says high temperature. So once again, can be very useful, but if you don't know how to use it or you don't use it right, it can definitely hurt you. And I've burnt myself a couple of times using this thing. All right, I think I have one more thing in here. Let's see. Oh yeah, these. You know what these are? Yeah, you're right. They're scissors. I think scissors are probably the first thing you really know you learn how to use so you can use it right, so you don't, I don't know, cut yourself or someone else. Or sometimes if you don't use them the right way, you might end up cutting your hair. Yeah, don't cut your hair, okay? Go to a specialist, or if your parent knows how to cut hair, they should be the only ones cutting your hair, okay? But they can be very helpful too, right? But just like all the other items I brought with me, if they end up being used wrong, it can be really hurtful. So I think we had some pretty good examples. We're going to use my bag one more time before our lesson's over. So, like I said, let's go back to what I said in the beginning, okay? I said that there's something that you carry around with you all the time. It's very small, and just like the items I was showing you, it could be very helpful or it could be very dangerous. Did you figure out what it is? Yeah, it's your tongue. Yes, it's very small, but it can be very dangerous if you don't use it right, or it could be used in a positive way. So let's get into our lesson. We're looking at our passage today is going to be in James chapter 3, verses 1 through 12. So don't worry, we're not going to read all 12 verses, okay? We're only going to focus on a few. So we're going to be looking at verses 3 through 5 and verse 7. And it says this: if we put bits into the mouths of horses, that's something that you put in the horse's mouth, and it helps you move the horses, control the horse's movement. So that they obey us, we guide their whole bodies as well. Look at the ships also. Though they are so large and are driven by strong winds, they are guided by a very small rudder, wherever the will of the pilot directs. So also the tongue is a small member, yet it boasts of great things. How great a forest is set ablaze, but such a small fire. For every kind of beast and bird, of reptile and sea creature can be tamed, that means to be controlled, and has been controlled or tamed by mankind, but no human being can control or tame the tongue. It is a restless evil full of deadly poison. Whoa, okay? So the book of James says that the tongue is like a fire and can be full of poison. Now you might be wondering, how are our tongues that powerful? After all, what do we use our tongues for? Just to like eat and drink stuff, right? No. What else could we use our tongue for? It's kind of a hard one. Oh yeah, that's a good one. To talk. Try to put your tongue at the roof of your mouth and then try and talk. Yeah, very hard to talk without your tongue, right? So speech is a wonderful and unique gift that God gives us, but he wants us to use that gift very carefully, just like the items I was showing you before. So for example, when we say things that are not true or that are not kind, it can hurt someone's feelings. There's a saying that people say, and it goes like this: sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Yeah, it sounds really cool as a rhyme, but it's not the truth. We can also misuse our speech when we speak disrespectfully. Yes, so maybe you talk back to your parent or your teacher, or fight with someone like your sibling or a friend or maybe just a classmate, and say something rude, like on purpose. You might even use inappropriate language or say a bad word, or you might gossip, so that's talking about other people and saying things that are not true behind their back. And you say something about, you're gossiping, you're just saying something about somebody else. So there are a lot of ways that we might worry, anger, or hurt someone with our words. On the other hand, there are a lot of positive things that we can do with our words as well. So can you think of any? Yeah, keep thinking about that, because I'm going to grab myself a little helper here from my bag. So let's see here. Oh, hey, this was in my bag. Can't really see it, so you need me to read it for you. It says Tongue Tamer. I wonder what that is. Oh, you can see him. There you go. Yeah, he's a person. So let's open up Tom. And let's see what he tells us. That we can, something positive we can use our tongue for. Oh, we can teach someone. So just like I'm teaching you now, I'm using my tongue in a positive way. You can do the same thing. You could teach someone how to do something you like to do, like ride a skateboard or play a video game, right? Let's see what else Tom got in here. Oh, we can share the gospel of Jesus Christ. That is like probably the ultimate positive thing you can do, right? Bringing people to Jesus with our tongue. That's very positive. Let's see what else he got in here. Say nice things. Don't you love getting a really good compliment? I do. I love when someone says, "You look great today." Thanks. Especially when you don't really try, right? And then the last thing he has in here is to worship God and sing to him. And we can also pray by using our tongue too in a positive way. Thanks, Tom. Yep, he's already gone. He left. But he was very helpful, right? So he has some really good examples of what we can do to use our tongue in a positive way. So it's important, though, when we get angry and it's time and we want to say something. I said it's time to say something. It's not always time to say something when you're angry. What you should do when you're angry to help tame your tongue or to control your tongue is to do this. Stop, breathe, and think. Yep, not speaking. Just stop, breathe, and think. That's it. And honestly, it says that give yourself at least a minute before your emotions can calm down. And the thing that you were really upset about, you might still be upset, but maybe not as upset. And you might not say something or do something that you will feel bad about later. Okay? So we need to think about the words we use and to think about whether they will be helpful or harmful. If we don't have any kind words to say, the saying goes, don't say anything at all. You can stop, breathe, and think, right? You don't have to say anything. Think about the way you, and then here's another thing. We're going to practice empathy, right? Empathizing is to put ourselves in someone else's shoes. So think about the way you want others to speak to you and address them in the same way. And if you've been on the other end of someone being mean to you or saying bad or ugly things to you, it doesn't feel good. So we shouldn't be the ones to have someone feel that way with what we say. And here's the thing, we're all human, right? We all have emotions and we all make mistakes. We might say something we shouldn't, and you know what? We can't take it back. However, we can also use our words to confess. That means to tell somebody what we did, to apologize, and to ask for forgiveness. We can do this with people we hurt, and we can do it with God, who will always forgive us and have mercy on us. That means give us another chance. How wonderful to know that we can ask God for wisdom and guidance as we use our words. So, as we always say at the end of our lesson, we need God's help, right? We need his help to be able to remember to use our words in a positive way and not in a harmful way. And the first thing we have to do to receive God's help is to ask for salvation. So that's what we're going to do today. It's really simple. I'm going to lead you into a small and short prayer. And after that, you're saved and you have the Lord's help whenever you need it. So repeat this prayer after me. Dear Jesus, forgive me of my sins. I want to be saved. Come into my heart. I believe you died and rose again. Thank you, Jesus, for your salvation. Amen. That's it. You're saved. And you have God's help to help you through those really tough times when you want to use your tongue in the wrong way and not the good way. So until next time, I'm going to bring your lesson next week. But until then, I will see y'all later. Bye.